welcome to Power Bar Express. My name is Gabe. This is my mom, Darcy. She'll be in the back there, being your demo body. Today for class, all you need is a bar. You can use whatever you want for that. A chair is what we've got here, or your trusty wall, your kitchen counter, and a weight. Again, you can use whatever you want for your weight. Just grab onto something that weighs about 3 pounds and you should be set. Today, we got a lot to get done, so let's get right into it. Meet me in downward facing dog. Alrighty, so downward facing dog is the first pose we've got going on here. Find lots of space between your feet and your hands. Press down into your hands. I love the option to find some movement here. Pedal out through your knees, bend and straighten, high plank back to downward facing dog. Those are all really good options to start to get warmed up in your body. So this is probably your first downward facing dog of the day, maybe your first downward facing dog in a while. So take what you need to kind of get comfortable here. Yeah. Take a deep breath in all together. Exhale, let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, ragdoll. Step your feet forward to meet your hands. Bring your feet to hip width distance at the very least. I like my feet way wider than that, all the way off the edges of my mat even. Bend your knees a lot. Allow your head and your neck to relax, staying heavy. Let everything just melt off your back. If you're still here doing these YouTube classes, I know you know the drill. The playlist is in the description right underneath this, so if you haven't started that already, you're not too late. You can grab the link from there, get your music pumping. Take a deep breath in. Exhale your left hand down to the center of your mat. Inhale, reach your right hand high, ragdoll with a twist. Stay here and breathe. Take some movement, circle out through your wrist. Maybe even bend and straighten through your elbow. I think sometimes we forget that. Then take big movement through your shoulder. Big circle forward, circle back. Stay for your inhale. Exhale your right hand down. Inhale, lift your left hand high. Stay here and breathe. On this side, take similar option that you took on the first side, whether that was big movement, small movement, no movement at all. Circle your wrist, circle your elbow, big arm circles. I like to pretend I'm strumming on an air guitar with my ragdoll with a twist. That helps you feel prepared, then you can do that too. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold, heel toe your feet to hip width distance. Inhale, halfway lift, press your hands into your legs, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, breathe here. Slowly roll up, press into all 4 corners of your feet, your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound, each side of your heel. Pull your belly into your spine, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, mini back bend, breathe. Cactus your arms, find space across your chest. Make this back bend a mini back bend that comes from your upper back and chest rather than your low back. Keep the strength in your core. Exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, high plank. Breathe here. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. Stack your heels on the balls of your feet. So notice how my mom is all the way up on her tippy toes. That's great. Press down into your hands so hard. Find space between your shoulder blades. And then pull your belly in. Find a stronger core. If you're starting to feel this right now, maybe you haven't done plank in a little bit, that's okay. You always have the option to come down to your knees. You can take that at any point here. Continue to breathe. Your breath makes you strong. If you notice that you're looking back towards your toes, keep your gaze out in front of your fingertips. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Inhale, look to the top of your space. We'll do it again. Exhale, travel forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, high plank this time, alternating toe taps. Tap your toes to the right, center, left, center. Right, center, left, center. Yes, I love the option to take this from your forearms. If your wrists are feeling that, that's a great place to be. I love to take plank from my forearms. If you're feeling a little crazy right now, you can always take this up to plank jacks, where you hop both feet in and out at the same time. You got alternating toe taps or plank jacks, either one are great. You're here just for 10 more seconds. Whew, stay with it. How you doing, Mom? Whew, yeah. Last 4, last 3, 2. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. One more time, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, capture your weight. Inhale, slowly roll up, bring your right side body to the bar for first position. Your weight's in your left hand. Your wall, your chair is there for you. First position, heels in, toes out, like you make a pizza slice between your feet. Before we go any further, I'm just gonna explain what's coming up next. So we got a little bit of a Tabata style class going. That means, it's a fancy word for a way to time things. Tabata is typically 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Today, we're gonna be on the whole time. So it's 20 seconds of one exercise, 10 of the next, and we'll repeat that 3 times right in a row. So our first exercise in Tabata is first position, plie with a bicep curl. Are you ready? Releve up onto your toes. Inhale, plie, knees out wide. Exhale, bicep curl. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Nice job. So this is just 20 seconds that we're right here like this. We change it up. It's almost been 20 seconds already. In 3, 2, hold it at the bottom and pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Make this movement tiny for 3 more seconds. Last 2. And 1, start it over. Inhale all the way down. Exhale, lift all the way up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Nice job. So you kind of get the gist here now, right? 3 times. We get 3 sets of each thing. This is set 2. Whew, 5 more seconds in set 2. Last 3, 2. Hold it at the bottom. Pulse it here for 10 seconds. Pulse. Pulse. In your pulse, can you take out the bounce and find control? Lower just an inch. Lift an inch. It's 3 more seconds of this. Last 2. Set 3. All the way down. All the way up. Every time you plie, press your knees out wider towards your pinky toes and squeeze your heels together in your first position plie. Pull your core in. Stack your shoulders on top of your hips. 3 more seconds. This goes fast, especially in the beginning. Last 2. Hold it down and pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 5 more seconds. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Half moon. Stay here and breathe just for a moment. Set up your good half moon. Extend your arm out, extend your leg out. Flex your toes back towards your face. Add a lat pull and a lateral leg lift. Inhale, pull your elbow in towards your spine, lower your leg. Exhale, press things away. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Pull your elbow in, press your weight away. Find resistance in both directions here. You pulse in 3, 2, and pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Arm and leg. Pull your elbow in towards your spine. From the back, you can really feel your shoulder blades squeeze together. Last 3, 2, full range of motion. All the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. Nice job. Whew. Imagine that you were doing this exercise with weights in both hands. If you were to do that, you'd squeeze your shoulder blades behind you like your elbows can touch. Now imagine that you're doing this exercise in like a toaster and pull your elbows in. I don't want your elbows or your fingers to burn. Everything stays flat. Now pulse, 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 pulse. Last 4, 3, 2, set 3, last 1. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, pull in, exhale, lift up. Whew. We're already here at set 3. How you guys doing at home? Woo! How you doing here? Woo! Doing good. Woo! And pulse, 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 pulse. It's the last 10 seconds. seconds. You guys, you can do anything for 10 seconds. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Step out to second position. Heels in, toes out. Find lots of space between your heels. Our exercise here is a plie and a shoulder press. Inhale, plie. Exhale, press. Inhale, everything lowers. Exhale, everything lifts. Woo! We got 3 sets of this. You can have your hand lightly on the chair. I love my mom's option. She's bringing her hand to her belly so she can feel her core engaged there. Now, again, pulse it low. Pulse, pulse, pulse. The pulse is kind of a trend for the 10 seconds, but I promise it's not like this every time. Sometimes it's different. So pulse down. Press your knees out wider. Last 3, 2, full range, all the way down, all the way up. Even when you go all the way down, bring your weight just to shoulder height and then press it back up. That helps you keep your shoulder muscles working the whole time. 3, 2, pulse it down. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Can you get a little lower in your second position at home? I bet you can. Last 3, 2, full range. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, down, exhale, lift up. Give your toes a little wiggle. Explode out of your heels to straighten your legs. Squeeze your inner thighs. Pull everything in together, especially here as you start to fatigue. Woo, 4 seconds left. Last 3, 2, and pulse it down. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Woo, we'll go right into the next one after this in 3, 2, and 1. Plie with an upright row. Inhale, lower. Exhale, upright row. Same position, same exact thing with your legs. New arm movement. With the upright row, drag your palm up the front side of your body, lead with your elbow, then pull your elbow back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Woo. Last 3, last 2, and 1. At the bottom, weight to heart center, releve, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower, just 10 seconds. Last 3, 2, and back to plie, upright row. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Woo. If you want a little more in the 10 seconds, you can hold your upright row up there if you want a little extra. Last 3, last 2, hold it low, releve, lower. Exhale, inhale. Woo. These 10 seconds go fast with the releves. Last 3, 2, 1, all the way down, all the way up. This is set 3. We're almost through it. Almost out of second position. 1 more exercise in second position. Woo! Stay with this. Sink a little lower in your second. Releve in 3, 2, releve, lower, lift, lower, calves. Woo! Last 3, last 2. Bring your weight to heart center. Tiny hops forward and back. Forward, back, forward, back. Ooh, it's our first little hit of cardio right here. It's only 20 seconds. Then you get a 10-second cardio break, but we stay in the strength. Woo, stay with it for 3, 2, keep your legs bent, pulse your legs, pulse, 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 pulse. 5 seconds. Woo, last 3, 2, 1, hop forward, hop back. This is set 2, forward, back, forward, back. Can you stay lower in your second position for your hops? The name of the game here, this is only 90 seconds, this whole 3 sets. So can you stay with bent knees the whole time? That's your challenge. Last 3, 2, pulse it down, pulse, 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 pulse. Your quads should be screaming at you right now. Yeah. Yes, they are. I hope yours are too. That's exactly what we want. Last 3, 2, tiny house. This is set 3. We're almost done. You can do it. Woo! Yes, you can do it, Mom. You got it. Cardio's in the house. Got heavy breathing. Woo! 7 seconds. Pulse it out in 3, in 2, and 1. Pulse it down. 10 seconds. Can you stay in it? Stay low. You can do this. It's not very long. It's only 5 seconds. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hinge toward your wall, your bar, crescent lunge with a narrow row. Inhale, lower. Exhale, row. Inhale, down. Exhale, row. This is a 20-second exercise. We got this. Woo. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. should be able to kind of feel your elbow graze your ribs. That's how tight it is to your body. Then squeeze your shoulder blades at the top. Next one at the top, hold it there, tricep kickback. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Whew. Come all the way up on your tippy toes on your back foot. Maybe you even wiggle your back foot a little further back to get just a bit more challenge. Alrighty, back to narrow rows. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. This is set 2. Whew. Stay with it, guys. You got this. You're strong. Squeeze your shoulder blades. The best thing about Tabata is that any single thing doesn't last longer than 20 seconds. You got it. Last 3, 2, tricep kick back. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, kick back. Squeeze your tricep muscle. Inhale, bend. Whew. Narrow row, set 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Check in with your back leg right about now. I know your legs are starting to get tired. Can you press your left hamstring up toward the ceiling to keep your back leg strong? And then wiggle your right toes. Whew. Last 3, 2, last 10 seconds. Tricep kick back. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Woo. 3 seconds left. Last 2. And 1. Exhale, release your weight. Set up for warrior 3. We'll take a quick moment to get set up really well. Everyone's warrior 3 is going to be a little bit different depending on what kind of fake bar you're using. So our fake bar here is a little bit low. So that means that our warrior 3 will be a little bit higher. Notice how we're not totally parallel. Maybe you're using a wall and you can go a little further. But wherever you are, think about your body as a teeter-totter. So the lower your chest goes, the higher your leg can go. The higher your chest is, the lower you'll want your leg to be. So warrior 3, you got your right leg up. Nope, right leg down, left leg up. First exercise is singles. Inhale, tap your left toes down. Exhale, lift your heel up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. This exercise is all about your glutes. I want you to feel it in your booty muscle rather than your low back. So if you can feel this in your low back, decrease your range of motion a little bit. Okay, hold it at the top, pulse it up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. The fun thing about pulsing in warrior 3 is that all you have to do is squeeze your glute and your leg will lift. It just happens. So just squeeze, squeeze. Last 3, 2, singles. Back to it. All the way down, all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. Notice how my mom's range of motion here is pretty small. That's because her torso is at a big angle with her standing leg. You can see that, it's a wide angle. So that means that her leg doesn't lift as high. Just because your leg isn't lifting high doesn't mean you're not doing really hard work. You can still really feel it. Last 3, 2, pulse it up. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last 3, 2, singles again, set 3. Tap down, lift up. Tap down, lift up. Squeeze your glute at the top of the movement. You can point or flex your toes. Keep your hips squared to the floor or the wall in front of you rather than open. Last 3, 2, pulse, 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 pulse. It's just a squeeze, 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 squeeze. Last 3, 2, and 1. Shiva squats. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press back. Inhale, chamber your left knee behind your right. Exhale, straighten behind you. Send your hips back behind you, then down to get lowering your Shiva squat. Whew, yes, last 3. Last 2, hold it at the bottom, pulse it there. Pulse, 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 pulse. If you start to feel your front heel kind of come off the mat, send your hips back further. So instead of going straight down, it's back and down. Last 3, 2, 1, Shiva squat, set 2. Inhale, bend, exhale, press back. Inhale, bend, exhale, press back. Woo, nice job. This is the part of class that I think really starts to get to you. How you doing? Oh, it's getting to us. Last 3, 2, pulse it low, pulse, 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 pulse. Remind yourself you can do anything for 20 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1. Last 20 seconds of Shiva squats. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend back. Woo, halfway down with this 20-second set. You can do it. There's 15 seconds total left of Shiva squats. Good stuff. Last 3. Last 2. Pulse it low. 10 more seconds. You got this. Whew, I know your leg's burning. It's supposed to be burning. Stay with it. You gotta shake it out. And 3. And 2. And 1. Fast feet. Shake out your legs. Fast feet, fast feet, fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Woo. There you go. Nice job. Yeah, I like to keep my feet a little wider for fast feet. That helps me get low. I want you to keep your knees bent. You're here for 5 more seconds. Star jacks coming your way in 3, in 2, and 1. 10 seconds to star jacks. Jumping jacks are a great choice if star jacks are your jam. Woo! If you need to get a little more cardio though, try out the star jacks. Last 3, 2, 1. Fast feet. Fast feet is 20 seconds. The good news about the star jacks is that it's the 10-second exercise. It's the short one, so you can try it. Woo. Can you get a little lower? Bend your knees even further. Maybe you get your arms into it. Yeah. Last 3, 2, jacks. Your kind of jacks, whatever kind you like. Make it big, get high. There you go. 3, 2, last set of fast feet. Fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. There's not a ton of cardio here in this class, but we do it in 90-second bursts, which is kind of long. Does it feel long? Yes. Maybe? Yes. Okay, we're almost through it. Almost there. 5 more seconds, guys. Jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1. If you haven't tried star jacks, try them here. It's only 10 seconds. Woo! I'm right here with you. Can't see the clock. Last 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. You can tap it out here for a second if that feels like a good idea. Would you like to switch your chair so you can stay facing the camera? Alrighty, at home, grab your weight. We get to do everything again. Left side body to the bar. First position plie with a bicep curl. Here we go. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. All the way down. Squeeze up at the top. You're here in releve. That means your heels are lifted. Come up all the way onto your toes. Woo. Start to slow down your breath. 3, 2, pulse it at the bottom. This is your 10-second exercise. Pulse it down. Pulse. Tiny pulse with your bicep. Pulse. Pulse. For 3, 2, all the way down, all the way up. This is set 2. How can you make your work on this side just as good, just as strong as it was on the first side? Really use your breath. Use your whole inhale to lower. Exhale out your mouth to let go of heat that you've built up in your body, because there's probably a lot of it after that cardio. Last 3, 2, pulse it at the bottom. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Make this tiny, take out the bounce. Find a top, find a bottom. Last 3, 2, 1, set 3. All the way down, all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. This is your mantra. I can do it. I can do anything for 20 seconds because you can. Woo. Last 5 seconds. Pulse it at the bottom in 3, 2, pulse, 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 pulse. Woo. Get a little bit lower. This is your last first position pulse. Last 3, 2, and 1. Half moon. Lift your right leg up. Extend your right arm. Take a second here to get set up. Maybe you lift your leg a little higher because you can. Lat pull with the left leg lift. Inhale, pull. Exhale, press. Lift your leg. Inhale, pull. Exhale, press. So the cool thing about this arm movement is you can get a lot of work on both sides. Pull, really feel the squeeze. And then as you press, press away. 3, 2, pulse, 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 pulse. Last 3, last 2, set 2, all the way down, lift all the way up. Nice job. Here in half moon, it's really easy to dump all your weight into your standing leg. So notice if you're just kind of hanging out on your left leg, instead press down into your left leg, grow longer on your left side. Last 3, last 2, and pulse, pulse, pulse. The higher your arm is in your pulse, the more you'll feel it. And then use your back to draw your elbow in. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Set 3, last 1. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. This is called a lat pull with your arm because it works your lats. That's your big back muscles. So I want you to feel it in your back, not just your arms. Woo. Continue to breathe. Inhale to lower, exhale, press away. 3, 2, last pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last 3. Woo. Last 2. And 1. Second position. It always feels good to be on 2 feet after things like that. Plie with the shoulder press. Inhale, plie. Exhale, press. Inhale, everything lowers. Exhale, everything lifts. Every time you lower down, press your knees out wider towards your toes. Every time you lift up, press your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes at the top of this movement. Pulse it out in 3, 2, hold it at the bottom. Pulse, 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 pulse. Make it tiny, make it controlled. Last 3, last 2, all the way down, all the way up. Full range of motion. Whew. Give your toes a little wiggle on your mat if you're really clawing in. I love the option to take your hand off the support, bring it to your hip. Whew. That helps challenge your balance just a little bit more. You got 3 more seconds. Last 2, hold it and pulse, 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 pulse. Pull your belly in, tuck your tail in under just a little bit more. Last 3, last 2, and 1, all the way down, all the way up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Yeah, stay with it. This is set 3. We got only 1 more exercise to do in second position on this side. That's the good news. No cardio and pulsing thing like the first side. Is that good news? Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Okay, pulse it down. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Woo. 5 seconds. Move right into upright row in 3, 2, plie with an upright row. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, down, exhale, lift up. Again, when you straighten your legs, press your hips forward to squeeze your glutes. You get out of this what you put into it, so every extra muscle engagement that you give this is you getting just a little bit stronger. Whew. Alrighty, heart center, relevés. Exhale, releve, lower, lift, lower. Last 3, 2, 1, plie, upright row. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Yeah, nice job. Lift your hips up towards your floating ribs to feel a little more core activation. And then magnetize your inner thighs. Pull your heels together toward one another. Hold it at the bottom, releve, releve, lower, releve, lower. Remember, you've got the choice, heart center or hold your upright row. Whatever you did on the first side or whatever feels like a good idea here. Last 3, 2, back to full range. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down, exhale, lift up. Whew. Hopefully your legs are starting to feel a little shaky by now. Yeah, getting a little shaky. Embrace the shake. We're here for it. If it gets to be too much, you know you can always take a break when you need it. It's my job to keep you in it. So you take breaks as you need it, but remember to challenge yourself. Last 3, 2, hold it at the bottom, releve, lower, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Lift all the way onto your toes. Last 3, last 2, hinge toward your bar, narrow row. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, down, exhale, lift. Whew. You're in your best crescent lunge, so I'd love to see a lot of space between your feet. Wiggle your toes a little further back, and then wiggle your front toes. The more you press into your heel, the more you'll feel it in your quads and your glutes, the big muscles that you want to work. Next time, if you're at the top, hold it, tricep kickback. Exhale, bend. Nope, exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Whew. Last 3, last 2, back to narrow row. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Notice how my mom's got one long line all the way from the crown of her head all the way down to her heel. Big long line that's about 45-degree angle with your mat. Then pull your belly in. Last 3, last 2, tricep kickback. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Whew. Nice job. You're here for 3, 2, 1. This is set 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Exhale, narrow row. Woo. Almost done with press and lunge work. Is that good news? Woo. Yeah. Woo. Last 3, 2, hold it up. Tricep kickbacks. Exhale, kick back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, kick back. Inhale, bend. Just 3 more seconds. Last 2. And 1. Get your weight set up for warrior 3. Left leg down this time. Right leg lifts. Again, just take a second here to set up really good because we've got 2 rounds of exercises in this position. Point your hip bones down towards your mat. Squeeze your glute to lift your leg. Are you ready for movement? Yes? Yes. Singles. Inhale, tap your toes. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Again, you're a teeter-totter. The further forward your torso goes, the higher your leg might lift. But if you're a little more upright like we are today, then it's a smaller movement. You'll still get all the same work in your glutes, I promise. 3, 2, hold it up, pulse, 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 pulse. Try it out. Don't think about moving your leg at all right here. Just think about squeezing your glutes. Notice how it moves anyway. Last 3, 2, 1, tap down, lift up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Woo. I think this is the hardest part of class, this Warrior 3 series. You're only here for 3 minutes total. Each exercise is in 20 or 10-second increments. You can do this. 3, 2, pulse it up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Last 3, 2, 1, step 3. Inhale, tap down. Exhale, lift up. At the top of this movement, squeeze your glute. Keep your core locked in to take your low back out of the equation so your glute is fully on fire at the top of this movement. I know that your left glute is just from standing on your left leg. That's the hardest, sneaky part. Last 3, 2, pulses up, up, pulse, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last 3, 2, and 1. Straight into Shiva squats. Inhale, bend, chamber, exhale, press back. Inhale, chamber, exhale, press back. Send your hips back to sink down lower. Keep your weight in your left heel. 5 seconds. Woo. Last 3. Last 2. Hold it low. Pulse. 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 Little lower. Little lower. For 5. Last 3. 2. Back to Shiva squats. All the way down. Press up. Lower. Press your leg back. Straighten your leg all the way back, like you're kicking a door closed behind you. Woo. Use your breath to get through this. Use your inhale to lower down, your exhale to press up. You got 2 seconds. Last 1, pulse it low, pulse, 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 pulse. I know your left glute's on fire right now. Sink lower for 3, 2, 1. Last set. Inhale lower, exhale, press back, Shiva squats. This is your last bit of work in Warrior 3. I know that's good news. Woo. Sink a little bit lower every single time. Challenge yourself. 5 seconds. Pulse in 2. And 1. Pulse at the bottom. It's just 10 seconds here. We can do this. You got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jump rope. Jump rope, jump rope, jump rope, jump rope. My favorite thing about imaginary jump ropes is that you can do all sorts of cool tricks. So you got your imaginary jump rope here. Oh yeah, look. You got such cool tricks. So maybe try some on here because it's fun. Why not? 5 more seconds. High jumps in 3, 2, 1. Hop up. Reach your hands up toward the ceiling. Raise the roof. Can you get a little higher? Get your hands up over your head for more cardio. Last 3, 2, 1. Jump rope. Jump rope. Jump rope. Jump rope. If cardio is not your jam, you know you can skip this stuff. You can always tap side to side or just keep your hips moving. Do a little dance. Just stay moving. Woo. We got this for 5 more seconds. Raise the roof in 3, 2, 1. Raise the roof. Raise the roof. Pump up your music here if you need to. Maybe it's not loud enough. Get into it. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Last set. Jump rope. Jump rope. Jump rope. Woo. Maybe you saved your coolest tricks for the last set. I don't know. Woo. Stay with it. 10 more seconds of jump rope. This is your last bit of cardio. 5 seconds. seconds. Last 3, 2, 1. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Get higher. Woo. See how much air you can get here. How high can you jump? You got no cardio left to save this for. After this, it's core. We're almost there. Staying in it for 3, for 2, and 1. Nice job. On your inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Slow down your heart rate. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold if you're ready. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down onto your backs. So we just got core work left. Whichever way. Just on your back. You can start in legs up the wall here. Let's set up for Charlie's Angels. Inhale, lower your left leg down to your hover. Your hover looks different for everybody. Here you go. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, make finger guns. Exhale, lift up over to the right. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, lift to the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the right. Flex your toes in towards your face. Work to make your legs really straight. I know your legs are tired, so that means it's kind of hard to make them straight, which means that you worked really hard with your legs earlier, which is awesome. Next time you're at the top, pulse it up. Pulse, 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 pulse. 5 seconds. Last 3, 2, inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, lift to the right. I got good news. For the core work, it's 2 sets, not 3. Woo! Oh, I know. It's good news. So you can do this. 10 more seconds. Woo. There you go. Last 3, 2. Next time you're up there, pulse, 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 pulse. 5 seconds. Pulse it up, pulse it up, pulse it up. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Let's move straight on into the other side. Get this out of the way. Lower your right leg down to a hover, left leg up. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, up over to the left. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, lift and twist to the left. Work to get not just your right shoulder blade off the mat, but also your left one, so you can get a little bit higher. Remember, it's only 2 sets. You can do this. Stay with it. I know your core is already tired because we did the first side. Now hold it up and pulse, 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 pulse. Can you stay a little higher for this whole pulse? Yes. Doing great, Mom. Stay with it. These are hard. I know they're hard. Last 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift to the left. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, lift to the left. Woo, flex your toes. Yes, nice job. Last 3. Last 2. Almost done with core. Hold it at the top and pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Nice job. Bring your knees into your chest. Take a little rock side to side if that feels nice. Maybe it feels nice to get a really long body stretch to stretch across the front side of your body. Whew. Okay, 1 more exercise. Bridge pose. Bring your heels in towards your glutes. I promise you guys, it's the last bit of hard work. This is it. Then we cool down. Extend your fingers long down your mat like you could tickle your heels. Alrighty, ready? Hip lift and lower. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So this is a glute bridge, so it's not about how high you lift your hips. It's more about feeling the squeeze of your glutes at the top. Engage your core to give you more support as you lift, and then squeeze your glutes. Press into all 4 corners of your feet instead of just your heels. Okay, hold it at the top, pulse it up. Pulse, you knew that was coming. It's almost always a pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse. It's the same as warrior 3, just squeeze, squeeze. Alright, hips lower and lift. Inhale all the way down. Exhale, lift. Almost done. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. This is set 2, we're almost there. Woo! Squeeze at the top. Nice job. Keep space between your chin and your chest. And let go of expectation here. It doesn't have to be big for you to feel it. 3, 2, pulse it up. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last 3, 2, and 1. Last set. Set 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. I know. Bridge is not core. It's set 3. Just the core was first 2 sets. I'm sorry if I tricked you, but guess what? It's already almost over. Less than 15 seconds total of hard work. Push through this. Yes, you can. Hold it at the top and pulse. Pulse. This is it. Squeeze. 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 Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Nice job. Slowly lower your hips down. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. As you do your windshield wiper, if you notice a spot that gets kind of sticky, I would encourage you to pause there. Feel into that. Whew. Alrighty, set up for figure 4. Bring your right ankle over your left knee. Flex your right toes in towards your knee joint. You can take this from seated or laying down, whichever you prefer. Maybe something in between. I like to take a little bit of movement here in my figure 4. That helps you get into all the little nooks and crannies of your glutes, which you worked very hard today, so this should feel good. Wherever you are, work to relax your shoulders, your neck, your face. All the hard work is over. Slowly unwind, take figure 4 on the other side. Again, you can do it from supine, laying down, or from a seated position. Seated position might give you more sensation. So if you want more sensation, you can come up to a seat. If you want less sensation, go ahead and lie on down. Slowly unwind your legs, make your way to your back if you're not already there. Pull your knees into your chest. Take a little rock side to side to massage out your low back. Deep breath in here. Exhale, send your legs to the left, supine twist. Stay and breathe. This is just a gentle twist at the end of class. If you'd like to stack your right hip on top of your left, you can. That might feel like too much, that's okay. It doesn't have to be big. Relax your right shoulder down towards your mat. And take your gaze wherever it's comfortable for you. Sometimes for me that means looking over my right shoulder. That kind of completes the whole spiral of your spine. You can also gaze straight up or even over your left shoulder. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, pull your knees back to center. Exhale, send them over to the right, supine twist. Look for a similar sensation on this side as you found on the first side. Even if that means the shape looks a little different, if that means that you look somewhere else, that's okay. Look for it to feel the same. Find something that feels good. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, pull your knees back to center, happy baby pose. Capture the outside of your feet, ankles, back of your knees, your calves, wherever you need to grab on so that you can keep your entire spine connected to your mat, all the way from your tailbone to your neck. Pull your knees down at the same time, press your feet up toward the ceiling. And then slowly pull your knees into your chest one last time. Give yourself a big hug, a squeeze. Thank yourself for taking this time for you on your mat. Inhale. Exhale, Shavasana, your final resting pose. Release breath, release tension. I'll bring you out of this pose in just a moment. Slowly invite movement back into your body. You can start small, the wiggle in your fingers and toes. Rock your head side to side. And as you're ready for it, that movement starts to grow into your wrists, your ankles, elbows, your knees, shoulders and hips. And on your time, take a long body stretch. Reach your arms overhead, point your toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll onto your side, and then press yourself up into your comfortable seat. Your eyes can stay closed here if that's comfortable for you, or find a soft gaze. We'll end here with one breath all together. On your inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, pull your thumbs down to heart center. The light, the strength, the power in me sees and honors the light, the strength, and the power in each and every one of you. We honor each other, we honor this practice when we bow our heads and say namaste. Namaste. Woo, here's a round of applause. You guys rocked it. Thank you guys so much for taking this class. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe.